Who else is bummed with Tesla's performance today? What's going on, team? It's Ricky with Technical Solutions, and following up with our Sunday Stock Talk video yesterday, I wanted to put together a list of stocks that meet my specific criteria and make them super quick so you can cherry pick the ones that you see the most value. And if you guys want us to continue to make these videos, all we ask you to do is, if it's not too much to ask, is to drop a thumbs up if you feel like we earned it. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to be doing these breakdowns on the 180-day chart when it comes down to the different stocks that offered a very consistent uptrend pattern but have recently sold off that offer decent returns. The first one that we're going to be starting off with is this one is following up with our Sunday Stock Talk. It's ticker symbol SPCE. It aggressively dropped and pulled back to the SMA line, which has been a very common support level based off of where we're at as of right now to previous highs. Again, it doesn't have to return up here, but based off of where we were at last week to where we're at right now, it offers nearly a 45% return. It's already up 4% on the day. It still has a lot to prove. I would really like to wait for higher highs and higher lows because it has so much margin. There's no reason to kind of like rush the process. Make sure to watch your position size. Make sure to set alerts just in case it ends up breaking its pattern. Just because it's gone up before doesn't mean that it has to go up as of right now. I just thought that for those that, especially right now, more now than ever before, when it comes down to kind of like space exploration and a specific company that has been working really hard and has experienced a lot of hype and demand, SPCE is one that I can see a lot of people potentially see value in long term, or at least for maybe a short-term swing trade because of the profit potential in comparison to the downside if you do or approach this in a very effective way when it comes down to risk management. So let me know what you guys think about SPCE. The next one that I want to talk about is Qualcomm. This is actually one that we talked about last week. I personally like how consistent it is. This isn't a very aggressive moving stock. It is bullish on the 180-day chart. It is consistent, and right now it's oversold. Three things that I personally like to focus on. And again, this is the amazing part about the stock market, is if you don't agree with me, if you don't see value in Qualcomm or in any of the stocks that I talk about, then that's the amazing part about this, is you don't need to add them to your watch list, and you should always be empowered to be your own person and to never put your money in something that you don't actually see value in. But I wanted to share with you, it's very bullish, it's very consistent with that overall pattern. It tends to validate the SMA line, as you guys can see, as a very common support level. And based off of where we're at right now, even when we wait and wait for the break above the EMA line to previous highs right around 160, that offers nearly an 8% return. So again, this isn't a super aggressive moving stock. Especially for our beginner traders, how much more difficult is it to make money consistently on a lower cap stock, a stock that moves very aggressive and that is very bearish, overall big picture? This thing is very bullish, it's very consistent, it looks a lot more reliable, and it offers a decent return. So don't be afraid to learn how to walk before you run, especially if you're just getting started. You have nothing but time, right? The next one that I want to talk about is COST. This one is still selling off as of right now. This is Costco. 180-day highs at 388. Based off of where we're at right now to previous resistance levels, 180-day highs offers a little bit over a 6% return. I think that this could be something that once it actually begins to indicate signs of a reversal, it breaks above the EMA line, this is going to be closer to a 5% return if it were to make new highs. And with everything going on, let's be honest, Costco has been absolutely killing it for the better half of this year, and it just wouldn't surprise me if we begin to, again, indicate signs of a reversal. But the amazing thing about the stock market is confirmation is key, and the more that it sells off, the more margin you could potentially build for yourself if you stay patient and set those effective alerts. As of right now, again, we're still getting rejected by the EMA line, so make sure that you stay very true to yourself in setting alerts and following up with it when it makes sense, because we don't know how much it can sell off before it actually begins to indicate signs of reversal. The next one was actually presented to us yesterday within our Sunday Stock Talk. It's ticker symbol SNA. And the thing that I really like about this is how consistent it's been, how bullish it's been, and how oversold it is as of right now. It recently pulled back from 180-day highs, and based off of where we're at right now to previous resistance levels, it's about a 7 to 8% return. So you can see out of all the stocks that we've talked about already, it's really just SPCE, the one that offers the really big profit potential. All these other stocks are just much more consistent, I would say, in my opinion, much more reliable, and especially if you're someone that's just getting started, you want to kickstart the new year on, the right foot, then maybe just focusing on the idea of more consistent and reliable stocks rather than trying to aggressively approach the market could be a step in the right direction. And one stock that I do not have in my watch list that I know that I wanted to talk about is Walmart. So that's WMT. Very consistent, very similar to Costco. It recently pulled back based off of where we're at as of right now, and previous resistance levels offers a 5% return. You just kind of have to ask the question, where do you think Walmart is going? It's a place that I visit all the time, and it's just been absolutely killing it for the better half of the year. And you guys can see firsthand how consistent it's been. The overall low points, high points, low points, high points, low points, high points, and low points. And if you want to put your money in a series of especially retail stores that you personally still partake in, then I can see that this one can meet a lot of people's criteria, not just with the generalized idea that everyone shops at Walmart, but the pattern itself is, I think, kind of speaks for itself when it comes down to how consistent it's been and how reliable it's been when it comes down to those consistent returns. So the only thing that I want to talk about as of right now is, as well as /NQ, we are showing and indicating signs of a potential reversal. This isn't part of the top 10 stocks, right? This is an ETF. You guys know that I'm all about reminding you when we're reaching overbought levels. I never want to buy or bet against the overall market, as the overall market is continuously bullish, but we are at 180-day highs. We just recently sold off and we're picking right back up. If we begin to indicate signs of lower lows and lower highs, please make sure to pay attention to the overall ETF SQQQ. Like many of you guys know, this goes up when the overall market goes down. But overall, this is a very, very bearish stock, right? Because the overall market's so consistently bullish. I just want you guys to have an alternative that when the market is selling off, where you can maybe pay attention to for maybe some day trade opportunity, right? And I think it's just important to understand that you have a series of different options. But yeah, that's really just it. Let me know in the comment section which one out of the 5 stocks and the 1 ETF that we covered in today's video is your absolute favorite. And make sure that if I missed one of your top stocks and you want to share it with the people that are going to be watching this video, I think that's a step in the right direction to be able to have a positive influence on all the other viewers. So comment down below the stock that you see is oversold, that's a good deal, that you plan to buy, and what you're waiting for before you get that proper confirmation. So I really do appreciate you guys' time. I hope that you were able to cherry pick some of these stocks. If you guys did, I hope that we earned your thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Also, we do have our free Facebook group. That's that first link down below. We have over 294,000 members. And again, that is that first link down in the description. If you guys want to watch me trade live as soon as tomorrow, this is the only group that I work with, and I get to watch me trade live every single day. And that's that second link down below. I appreciate you guys' time. And like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take it easy, team.